before we get to some of the topics, I want to, and we can make this real quick. It's like it's one of these do you cares or not. Do y'all care that they raided Donald Trump's house after he went on vacation and looked for shit?
I mean, like all the shit he was talking and all the shit he was perpetuating. What the fuck did he think was gonna happen?
My question is, what took so long? That's my question. What took so long?
What do you perpetuate?
Like, bruh, I don't know why Trump is acting so surprised and shit like that. Like, you knew what
they're
you
still
did.
going at him for. They're still going at him for starting that shit at the Capitol.
Which he didn't.
Which he started.
He didn't start? Oh, okay. Never mind.
He did start it.
How'd he start it, yo? That's just fun.
Bruh, yo, he's the inspiration. He knows his power.
No, he didn't need to tell those people to do that, but what did he say that made those people act stupid and do what they weren't supposed to do and do the opposite of what he was saying they should do?
You know what? I'm gonna take it a step further. He didn't have to say shit.
You do. If you're the lead, you have to talk to these people.
No. What I'm saying is he's a cult of personality. He does not have to say shit. He does not have to say shit. His platform was already established even before he got to the White House.
Nah.
And even though it's unrelated, shout out to CM Punk.
For him.
Nah, what you mean, nah? Even before he got to the White House, there were people that were openly going against the Republican Party in terms of getting him into office.
Wait, say that again?
No, what I'm saying. Oh, let me reword it. Okay, so you know how they say you have Republicans, then you have Trump supporters, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my point. He already had a platform before he got to the White House. When he got to the White House, he was emboldened by the fact that he was head honcho, basically, right? Mm-hmm. He was the executive branch. Okay. So, like, you look at his presidency throughout the 4 years, the wild shit this man has said, the wild policies this man has implemented. I mean, we saw it.
I'm trying to figure out what's wild.
Huh?
What was wild? What did he perpetuate?
What do you mean? What did he perpetuate? Look at the Trump supporters. Look at the shit they talk about. What? QAnon?
Okay. He perpetuated that?
Yes.
Okay.
What?
There was a whole.
I know they support him, but he's not perpetuating. I never heard him advertise it or anything.
You can't say he's not perpetuating it. That motherfucker verbatim perpetuated that shit.
What? Every time I heard him ask him. Every time I heard people ask him about it, he always stepped away from that shit.
Well, yeah.
I've never heard him outside of an interview or in an interview say.
He refused to talk about it because he knew everyone knew he had a hand in that shit. Come on, man.
Wait, had a hand in what? In the Q thing? Because I know the Q thing is bullshit, but I've never heard him perpetuate that, and I'm like, what did he do? I was always of the thought of what did he do, and why are people mad? I don't get it because
I think at this point the question is what did he do?
So this might seem minor, but he has retweeted QAnon backed rhetoric, and he's very he's very casual about it. He's not going to admit it verbatim, I'm a QAnon supporter. But
I'll give an example.
He does have sympathies towards the movement.
I'll give you an example of what matches when it comes to him and Q, the whole QAnon thing. When it comes to the whole pedophile ring thing, that's been ringing before we heard Epstein's name. And that stuff Q's been saying, and also he didn't have to say it because once he got into office, also one of the first things he's done was put an end to, well, at least attempt to put an end to human trafficking. He's made the most arrests when it came to human trafficking and pedophilia as a president when he came in. So if he retweets things like that, that's going to match, of course, QAnon stuff. And that's how they got a lot of the supporters to even fall for the QAnon stuff, because a lot of the things he was spouting is the same things they were spouting. That's why I'm like, this is a whole mind game to get people to act stupid, like the whole, like the people, the MAGA movement, and all that stuff. I've never seen him or heard him actually say, "Yeah, Q's my guy," blah blah blah. And yeah, I've looked, I've never seen it, and he's always disavowed it and this and the other. But of course, there are going to be things that match. That's how they get you. They do that with the other side. Deals with that too. There's radicals on, like, there are people who actually believe in Joe Biden, right? But there are also people that's far left, that's out of their mind, that follow him. But we know we can't always associate the followers with whomever is leading just because certain talking points match up. Mm-hmm. So that's why I'm like, what did he perpetuate? Like when I was witnessing the whole January 6th thing, I seen that from beginning to end. I seen the speech. I saw it live. I saw when they went. His speech wasn't even done when they it was done. They were walking. They didn't even go halfway before they started breaking in. And I was watching it live. I was home that day. So that's why I'm like, that's why he never got in trouble, because people are like, what did he do? He said exactly what he told the people that were supposed to be there to do. Stay there and let your voices be heard. Now, fast forward to all the investigations and all the independent recordings of the event. We have, and look what's on the news now. The whole, what Ray just asked, the whole FBI thing. FBI fucking agents were within the crowd telling people, we should break in, we should go in, blah, blah, blah. And there are people in the crowd saying, nah, what you doing? Nah, that's not why we're here. But still, there's some dumbasses that will listen to that who are really feeling Trump, who really feel like they need to do something and rolled in, because that's all it takes. It's the same thing that happens in with Antifa and every rioter and all that shit. Is always take that one fucking agent that they always send in to make things worse for whatever movement. So you always have the perspective of radicals for no matter whom.
Let me ask you a question.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think, do you think that Trump, right? Do you think that Trump has sympathy towards QAnon followers? Yes or no?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Totally. Because a lot of the QAnon followers, the ones that aren't in the know but believe in everything they say, they truly believe it. And like I said, a lot of things match up with what QAnon says and what Trump has been doing. But it's not everything. It's not all the radical bullshit that they're doing. It's not the white supremacy, all that shit that, that's not what he's about, but that's who follows him, though. You understand? And I noticed that because I'm like, there are going to be assholes who follow you. There are assholes who followed me. I remember when my YouTube channel started blowing up, I didn't ask for these people. But and I had to be in the comments being like, nah, don't be like that, this, that, and the other. Especially when I went live a couple of times. This guy was like, I was talking about the whole Ariel casting for Little Mermaid. And one dude he's just going off on gay people for some reason. And I'm like, that's not why, you need to calm down here. That's not what I'm talking about. That's not what I'm trying to say here. You got to look at the people who are involved, and that's what I do. Because I know his speech. I know what he's talking about. He's talking about the votes and this and the other. He knew Mike Pence stabbed him in the back. He was pissed. So he's like, yo, go out there and let yourself be heard, yo. Let them know that you know what they're doing. And they didn't fucking make it, yo. And this shit started. Because I'm like, wait, how's that? Wait. Because I remember. And when the next day came and they were bullying, I was like, they didn't even reach. The people who were talking to, they didn't even fucking reach. And the people who were already there before the shit went down, all they were doing was singing hymns all day. But and they arrested old women and shit. I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
But honestly speaking, you and I both know Mike Pence was not about that life. Come on now.
About what life?
Them not storming the Capitol, but like a lot of the shit that like Trump was trying to, he wasn't gonna go all in.
Oh, you mean for Trump?
Yes.
Oh, hell no. No, I found out about that. Funny enough, I found out about that a day before. A day before, I found a post saying, yo, Mike Pence is going to turn on him tomorrow. I was like, nah. Nah. And lo and behold, that shit happened. And I'm like, okay, well, and these are the people, it's okay. Yeah.
Nah, yeah,
because he's a religious zealot anyway, and I don't trust
I'm
those
like,
people.
wow, religious zealot. Yeah, that's a new one.
Mike Pence.
Yeah, I mean,
and this fool's gonna try to run after what he did. I'm like, good luck with that. I don't know what you trying to do.
I don't know why. I don't know why he was trying to run after that. There was no way.
Stupid.
Come on,
he's stupid. I mean, all right, let's believe the narrative that the Trump supporters all let him like destroy the Capitol and this and the other, right? The reason they were mad was because of you, sir. But you think you could run and get those votes back? And you think all the Democrats and leftists going to all of a sudden fall to your side? You're a Republican, and you're a religious one at that. You're not getting anything. So I'm like, yeah, thank you. So I'm like, what are you doing? Every time I see that he's running, I start laughing. I'm like, this makes zero. What is this a game? That's why I start questioning all of this. Like, are we just watching that? Is this WWE, like, but in politics? For real. Bro, because none of this shit makes sense. And when I saw this raid thing, I was like, what y'all get? What does this do? This, first of all, is the first time this ever happened in history. So you make yourself look stupid because you found nothing. You're saying this about this. You already tried to impeach him while he was out of office. Like, that made sense. That didn't do anything. Then we already have a problem with the FBI. We already know their fucking history, but you're going to go ahead and raid this house and find nothing. What the hell is going on? Yo, and they're doing some illegal shit saying the lawyers can't be there and shit like that. You can't be in the house. They went up, the safe was empty. What were y'all looking for? It seems to me it's either this is all a game or they're afraid of something. Because we see what's going on this with the primaries and shit, this whole red wave and all that stuff. Yo, these people are going nuts.
I mean, this is the same. I mean, we both saw Trump got millions of votes during that election. Like, he got millions of motherfucking votes. That's not just gonna go away. That was my thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, the fact that people was out there celebrating when he lost, and I'm like, why are y'all celebrating when the nigga got millions of votes? You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta look at this shit for what it is. It's not just, oh, you know, Biden won, we're free, because nigga, we're not. Like, the fuck? You know what I'm saying? And also, another thing about Mike Pence, bruh, I'm not even gonna hold you. The only relevant thing I've ever seen Mike Pence do was have a fly land on him during that.
Yo, how did I know you were gonna say? Yeah, you're right.
That's the only relevant. I cannot name a policy. I cannot name.
And said that was a sign this was gonna happen.
Anything. Why is that the only thing I know about this man? And this man was president. What the fuck?
I just remember the ongoing jokes about him not liking gay people. That's what I remember.
Oh, Mike Electric Fence Pence? Is that what you're talking about?
Yo.
Yeah.
Yeah. He goes hard on that shit too. He was like, I'm never having a meeting with any woman alone and this and the other. I don't talk to her and shit like that because he's highly religious. Supposedly, because you know how people like that normally are, or how they're revealed to be, especially when they're in politics. They'll be the ones that'll tap each other's shoe in the fucking bathroom stall and shit. So I never trusted those people. So when I heard that he was gonna stab him in the back the next day, I was like, well, knowing what that dude is, yeah, it makes sense. But yeah. Because I dug into this. I shared it all on Facebook. I seen all the angles. That Ashley Babbitt thing. I'm like, okay. They try to hide who shot her and all that. I'm like, okay. And I think I brought it up before. The guy that shot her he left his gun in the bathroom and didn't get in trouble because I guess he was a quota hire. So then they're surprised when he shoots somebody.